Hi folks, I'm still trying to get my sorted out here. I'm talking to you, but I won't post this for a while because my laptop won't download. Or at least, well anyway, I've got an engineer coming this afternoon, a colleague who's an expert, had a shop in, or a computer repair shop locally, but he works, he's just very good, and he's going to come this afternoon and hopefully sort me out. Let's have that one because there's more guns in that one. Right, colours, ultramarine, vermilion, cadmium yellow, pale, and yellow ochre. The Payne's grey and white are not colours, they are neutrals. So I need a bit more white out there. I want to do another meadow. I love meadows, especially in oil. It's too warm. I did a watercolour about an hour ago. It's far too warm to paint in watercolours, really. So that's why I'm sort of doing the oils. The acrylic will just dry so quickly. Just looking at my brushes, because you go from watercolour up all the oil brushes to my left and everywhere else. So I'm going to use this 1 inch, supposed to be 1 inch Pro Art Series 22 hog varnish, but it isn't 1 inch. It says 30 there, so 30 millimetres there. Not happy about it. That's kind of everything. But you might be able to see there's a fine grain on this lovely oil painting paper. It's acid free, and it does soak up the oil. So let's just get a bit of a landscape in. I've done one this morning, but of course I can't upload it because it won't upload or download anyway. It's a bit of a nuisance, but it can't be helped. I've got an idea. It might have been because yesterday I had well, it was very hot. It's very hot today. I was going to put out some. Oh, that's dark, isn't it? I did a watercolour. No, I didn't. I did an oil painting yesterday, and it wouldn't download. And I think when it did, well, it was a very lengthy process, and I think it was because it was too hot for the fan, and it's over 4 years old, but it's been a really good one. So there we are, there's now. Get the old liner. So I think it was just too much to download, and it's it doesn't download at all. Let's have a bit of a. Well, let's get this colour here. I'm going to put some white over some of this. Let's get a bit of cloth, get that dry. Oh, no, let's dry it. I've got a pile behind me that I cut yesterday. There we are. I always put out a notice if I need toweling from our church, and it comes thick and fast. I do draw the line at tea towels because they don't take up, they haven't got a tooth to them, whereas the toweling, you can squeeze most of that paint out onto it. It's a bit of a messy job, but right, okay, let's I'm going to add a bit of burnt sienna. I like burnt sienna on my skies. I'll put it away from the Payne's grey. Let's just go a little bit out there. Here, nice children playing in the garden. There are lots of barbecues going. We're doing one tomorrow. Right, okay, let's get a bit of this, bit of that. Let's get a touch of that burnt sienna. That's a lovely, lovely colour. Makes beautiful cloud colour. Just nice on the horizon. Go over this heavier blue. I wasn't going to do anything more, but I thought I can't sit in an armchair, do nothing when there's painting to be done. Right, this is where we go a bit mad with the old clouds. I'm not paying any attention to what I'm doing. I'm talking to you and just breaking the cloud there. Okay, let's get a good bit of this up here. A touch of that. Oh, just a nice yellowy colour, or burnt sienna-y. Take off any hairs that fall out of the brush. Vary the shape of the brush. Oh, I'm quite happy with that. Just scumble over it a bit. Ooh, that might be the engineer. In which case, I'll have to stop, carry on later, but I don't think it was. Right, now, this is the fun bit. I'm going to use a knife now. I'll just prepare a bit of paper to act as a reverse scraper. Fold it and hold it again, and then just clip it onto the side of my makeshift plywood table. This was an old wardrobe. Where we want now? Right, I'm going to use mainly the three primaries now. I can dig out some more of this ultramarine. Blue, yellow, red. Okay. Plenty of colour on there. So, but don't start in the middle. Let's use a bit of a light touch on this. Just try and leave some holes for the birds to fly through. You get a lovely effect with the knife. A bit of white. And we'll put the meadow in when we get there. So we can have this one coming down a bit. And we can put some bit of the darker colour Well, I haven't used the paint spray yet, I might not. A bit of blue in there. Bit of counter change in here. Right, okay. So, a bit of light. Black here. So, sort of counter changes. A bit now we'll carry on across here. A bit of white. I love painting with a knife, as you know if you follow me. Put a bit of blue in there. Didn't squeeze out enough really. Just get a bit of background. We can refine this later. Well, I'll go back to this dark here, this dark green, bit of red. Change in there. Counter change, you know what that means. Dark against light. Okay. It is very easy to do this. It looks complicated when you've done it, or if you haven't done much. But it's very rewarding. I've got one downstairs in a frame, in a gold frame, and I really like it. Don't like that colour, so we'll just change that. Get that dark in various other places. It really is warm today by UK standards. It's a lovely, lovely day really. We're moaning about it, but in a week or so when we get a lot more dodgy days, we'll be moaning about it. Us Brits, we're perpetually talking about the weather. It's always a talking point, obviously. We've got a nice slope going up there. Right, get some of that colour in here. Oh, well, my wife found an old teddy bear in the garden. Well, we don't know anybody that has a teddy bear around here, but what it probably is a fox. They like playing with things like that, and it, from what was in the front garden, it ended up in the back garden. Right, we'll get some of that grass going over here. Now, this is where I've got to be careful that I don't put my finger in the paint. I will put some water in this if I remember. Let's get a bit of dark, not too dark, but just enough dark in there to counter change. Alright, so now we go in with a very light grassy colour. Bring that coming down. Bring those trees down into that grass. Whoops. Right. Where we use a lot of paint, get in here. All rough. Don't want anything refined. We're just creating an impression of a marsh. We get some darker green. This is a bit of Payne's grey in this. Some of this. Look at that rich green there. Shadow. We've got a bit of greeny stuff in there. Take it down to that horizon. We're trying to create the illusion of detail. Now, I used to do that with linseed oil, some dark green, and some red ochre or something like that, and put the paint on. You need a pretty heavily primed board or MDF, something like that, canvas. And you use a bit of, well, I can't remember, you just use rough old brushes really, and you lift out, rather than put on, you lift out. It's a wonderful process. Somebody asked me if I'd do some more, but I can't. I've sort of done enough of those. But if you want to see them, you can go back in my archive and find them there. I got the idea from a guy called come to me, Dennis Sheehan, an American artist, and it really blew me away. There's Stuart Davis, he does it as well. All right, get that. Okay, we're coming to a finish now almost. A lot of the oil will be sucked out of this paper. Right, the white going into the green. I'm going to put that. I'm going to hopefully just indicate an illusion of water. This is a sort of a marshy scene. Do a bit more in here, a bit more colour change. A bit of dark behind there. Get a bit of that on there. So that it reads, they've got light against dark, light against dark, bits and pieces, I don't know what I've done there. Right, okay, nearly there. Ready for the bit of mauve. Right, now a bit of blue. Of course, you've got big blue sky there. I'm going to put some bit of dark grasses around it. Oh, this Patsy started up. She's a lovely dog, but she's an half yak. Yap, should I say. Oh, just do that down a bit. Right, now we just put in a bit of white, Just reinstate some of that. Right, that's about what I'm going to do. Ah, oh, God, sweating. Right, just take this off, dismantle it all, and I will save some of that. Oh, damn. That paint in a stay wet palette. We want to put that in the mounts, but I want to just have to move it over a little bit. So it's not the centre, so that'll do. Right, let's pull that up, get the mount. Well, there we are, got another meadow. Yes, another one, but we've got a bit of water in the foreground. It's a bit obvious. It would have been better if it was a brush painting, but there we are. We've got a very colourful picture. The sky, a bit cloudy at the bottom, going up to the light wispy ones. We could even make something of that. Let's get the palette back. Where's my white? So you can see where the paint has dried. Let's get a bit more in there. You use more white than anything else in painting or oil painting. Just a bit bitty, that's nice. Now all I've got to do is take a photograph of it and clean the brushes. I hope you like that one, folks. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.